Jacob Kagi there. At least 20,000 short-term rental properties in WA would be forced to register their details as part of a mandatory scheme proposed by a parliamentary committee. The committee believes it would level the playing field between traditional accommodation providers and competitors such as Airbnb.
The state government wants more tourists to come to WA, targeting more direct flights from key markets like China.
This means that we'll secure thousands of extra tourists into Western Australia.
But a parliamentary committee has had its mind on accommodation options for those new visitors. It's calling for changes to the regulation of properties listed on sites like Airbnb in a bid to level the playing field with traditional accommodation providers and ease the concerns of frustrated neighbours.
We had so many complaints from right across the state. People were worried about wild parties, people were worried about traffic considerations.
The committee found current regulations were dated and inconsistent, and that prosecution of people breaking rules was problematic. It has proposed a mandatory statewide registration system for short-stay properties, and for the state government to develop guidelines which would make it easier for strata companies to either ban or legalise short-term rentals. Their recommendations welcomed by Airbnb critics.
We can't compete with unregistered providers. We have overheads that we need to pass on and the cost of running a business.
Airbnb is waiting to see what any strengthened regulatory scheme looks like.
Some of the recommendations leave a lot of questions unanswered.
The government will now consider the report and decide which recommendations to accept. But there's indications that stronger regulations will be supported, with the Planning Minister suggesting the committee's proposals might not go far enough. Jacob Kagi, ABC News.